Cool. All right. We got this thing recording. We got home maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Got locked out the crib, actually. Still don't got a camera yet. Working on, actually just ordered an SD card today. Don't know if you could tell, but this is my iPhone. It's just a app that my boy told me about. Oh, yeah, we're still recording. So, game plan now. If you don't believe the proof, there's my camera. It's gonna be a little greasy. But game plan now. 100 minutes is about to start. About to start the timer once I sit down. And shut the light off. But I go back and do that. But we're gonna start the timer. We're gonna edit the latest podcast. Like I said yesterday, I already synchronized it, color graded. All it's really gonna take now is just going through, listening to the clips, any stutters, anything like that. We're gonna delete. Once that's done, the podcast that was finished yesterday, re-export after the 100 minutes is done to let that go through. Yeah, if anything comes up, I'll keep you guys updated. Look like shit, feel like shit. I hate Monday. Okay, we're editing, and I don't know. I feel like I don't show enough of like what I'm doing sometimes. I kind of just like, if anyone's ever listening to this besides me, is like I'm just giving like I guess like check-ins. But an example of what I mean of like cutting out long pauses or stutters, is like this. So for example, he's talking, and keep in mind, like, some people don't look at the questions I send them. Some people just come in raw, which is great for an organic conversation. But then the problem we run into is while you're trying to process and think of a very like I guess smart or sophisticated or good answer to what we're talking about, you pause and you like buffer. So like, listen.
You always go back to the process. I feel like
See, and like, you know, I don't know about other people, but when I listen to podcasts, I'm like, if I'm listening to podcasts with a long pause, I'm like, my phone connecting to the internet or something. So like, basically what I'll do is I'll try to do it quickly. Take my mouse, cut here, cut above it, go right to here, maybe a little more there, and we'll chop that closer together. Which in video is gonna skip a little, but you know, it's fine. It's still relatively close, and you'll get this.
back to the process. I feel like the process is really cool.
See, but then there was a lot, like a, I don't know what it's called, but it was like a process. So then I'm gonna go to audio and slightly fade it in, like make a keyframe so that it's a little lower in the beginning of the P, and then back to normal by the time he finishes the word. So then it sounds almost identical, which I'll try to show if my phone doesn't die. Okay, so I kind of basically did that. So I guess just to show is like I did what I did before. I cropped it, and then when I click here and zoom in, there. So I added three key marks, key points. I don't fucking know. Point is, this one is at 0 dB, so it's the way the audio came in after I exported it from Audition to master everything. The middle one at negative 44, since he on the mic was like really loud, was like more like really loud, so it just read really high. So I lowered that 44. I played with it. I did like 10, 20, 40, did 50, and then went in between 40 and 50. So I got to 44. And then put this back to 0. And then basically Premiere will automatically like drop and pick it back up at the speed needed. And when it comes together, it sounds all natural. So like compared to before, it'll sound like this.
Go back to the process. I feel like the process.
There you go. Now it sounds normal, but that's kind of what I mean when I'm editing these clips. So that was a pretty cool thing. All right. I probably look nuts. I know. I don't care. This is my comfy outfit. But just another thing that I like to do is, you know, I'm now on, I think, day 20, 21. Not too sure. But as kind of I'm going through this, I'm realizing that, you know, it takes a lot. These 100 minutes is not like, it's almost never 100 minutes straight. And the reason for that is like, you know, granted, people have different conditions. If you live alone 100% on your own, you could do this 100 minutes fucking straight every day. If you're in the case like kind of like me where, you know, you live with your girlfriend, you live with your homies, or you live with your parents, and you decide to do the 100 minutes, what's going to end up happening is like you're going to start seeing that And it's frustrating. Don't get me wrong. I even think it's frustrating. It's like you'll start the 100 minutes, you get 40 minutes in, and if you're really being realistic with yourself, and you're not lying to yourself, because I'm not, is like my girlfriend's like, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, and you help me cook. Okay, like it's like I could say no, I'm gonna do this, but you also have to have a sense of like, like I already gave up hanging out with my friends. Like that I'm okay with. But like if my girlfriend asks me, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this, and I do this for 100 fucking days, like like she's gonna hate me. Or like if I have my parents, same thing. They're gonna start hating me and getting annoyed by me. Um, and it's like it takes up a lot of your time because you have, like, for me, I have a job, I have a long commute, I get home, I only have a couple hours. And now only having a couple hours is like, you're gonna have to break up your time. And that's why sometimes, like, on average at like 9 to 11 at night is when I'm done with my 100 minutes. I keep saying hours, but it's because in between I'm doing so many things. Like I'm doing laundry, I'm folding clothes. Like right now, like, sometimes I have to edit like actual like video footage. Like yesterday, I can't edit video footage and like iron and fold clothes. But right now, since I did all the color grading first, which has benefited me, is what I've learned over the past 21 days. I'll do all the audio, like quality, color grading, and so on. And then now all I have to do is put my laptop up and just listen while I do I'm steaming right now. So I'll just listen, and then if I hear something, I'll stop, pause it, go back, edit it. This way I can still continue my life. But I mean, going back to what I was saying is like, you have to understand, and if anyone out there decides to do these 100 minutes for 100 days, or the rule of 100 in some sort of way, 100 minutes of content, whatever it is, you need to understand that there's going to be a lot of things you have to pick and choose. And if you are lucky in the case of living alone, then if you live alone, you don't really have a lot to lose, let alone a lot to worry about. It's just really getting your hours in after work and doing it. There's nothing to stop you. Because if you live alone, you could just go get food, get it, Uber Eats if you can afford it. If not, you stop, you make food, and then you just go 100 minutes straight and you're done. But, if you live with your parents, live with your girlfriend, you need to communicate this from the jump. Don't let this come be a surprise. Like, I would say don't just start doing the 100 minutes, not tell your parents, not tell your partner, not tell your homies, and then like start getting annoyed when they start like, yo, come out here, or like, we need you to do this, we need you to go to the store, can you please wash the dog, can you please help me with this, whatever. It's like from the jump. Like for me and my girlfriend, like we were at dinner, and I was like, look, I really got this cool idea. I've really been following this guy, Alex Hormozi, for a couple months, and he talks about this rule of 100, and I haven't seen a video that anyone has done it at the time. Now my YouTube is like popping it all up, but at the time I was like, I haven't seen it. So I really want to do it, and I really want to see how true it is. I'm like, if I put 100 minutes for 100 days in this podcast, how far can I really take it? Because this is like max effort. She explained to me her concern. She told me, she's like, I don't want to take away from our lives, take away from our time together, or, like just give me less time with her. But we talked about how we'd make it work, and it's been working fine. Sometimes I'll work with her out in the couch. Sometimes we're both working. We're just separate rooms. But like I communicated that with her to understand better. And if you got parents, the same thing. You should communicate with them, or your homies if you live with them, and be like, hey, like I'm gonna do these 100 minutes. So if I'm in my room, like please try to understand what I'm doing. And if things come up, that's totally fine. But this is what the goal is. What I'm trying to do. How they react, how they take it is on their own, but at least you communicated that up front. So yeah. But now I'm still going through. I don't even know what the timer is at. I think it's maybe at like 40, 50 minutes. Yeah, maybe like 40 minutes. And yeah, I'm still just listening to audio and steaming, but that's just food for thought. Okay, so I got a screenshot, but the 100 minutes is up to a T. We have left in this editing more review. We have another like 20 minutes in actuality, because this last like 10 was just like us talking. So we've got another about 20 minutes on this, but we took out a bunch of, like you can see here, bunch of stutters, bunch of fixes, and just audio stuff like I showed you guys before. So that'll wrap it up for today. Unironically, we signed up for a volleyball league like on Tuesday nights, so I don't know how I'm gonna run tomorrow's 100 minutes. I'm really gonna try to get up early. I've been fucking saying this on like 4 of the days, but I need to. So I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow and at least get like hour 20 tomorrow morning. That'll be best case scenario. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, but tomorrow then we're gonna wrap up this export. And like right now I'm about to export the one from yesterday while I'm chilling, but wrap this up, export, and then yeah, we'll see. Probably start making the thumbnails. That's like kind of low energy on my computer, so we'll do that. But till then, 100 minutes, it's a wrap. Also, I look dusty. I know. Since I got time tonight, I'm gonna trim it all up and get it right. You won't see me looking like this no more.